Okay, let's take a look at navigating a web browser. This one I'm using right now as an example is Chrome. There are other web browsers out there. You have Internet Explorer, which looks like an E with a little sort of swirl around it. And then you have Firefox, Safari if you're using a Mac. So first thing when you open it, you'll get a single tab with a search bar. And what I'm using is Google as my default. I'll show you what that looks like and how to adjust that later. Right here, you have bookmarks. Now, when you first open Chrome, this won't be available for you to store bookmarks. I like storing bookmarks because I frequently go to these sites. This whole storing stuff down here that's part of your history is fairly new. So I'm sort of old school when it comes to bookmarks. So up here you have tabs, and if you want to open another tab, you just go here, click new tab. This is the address bar. So if you want to go to a specific site, you don't even have to type the www. It used to be that you had to, but not anymore. So just go to Google, and it'll search. It functions as a search as well. And you get on a web page. Now, to kind of show you, this is the toolbar. You have a little bar down here that tells you what's going on, and then you have the bar up here. But so from here all the way down to about here is basically what you're navigating on the internet. Everything else is the program. So this is the toolbar up here. So once you're on a web page, I'm pretty sure you surfed the internet, so I don't need to go into that. You also have another search bar here, and sometimes you can pop up a search bar over here. But I try to limit the amount of redundancies I have. If you're using Chrome, you can log in, so that's my personal account right there. You also have add-ons that you can do. I have like a ad block if I'm on like a news site. Sometimes it peppers you with ads and stuff like that, and I don't appreciate that, so I employ that. So taking a look real quick, I'm going to type in Google again, and I want you to look down here. Here, let me just right down here. Okay, so a little thing popped up right there, and that tells you how everything is progressing. So if you tell it to do something up here, it should do something, down here. So this up here is an address bar, and you see this complicated looking thing right here. It's basically, what they do is it's basically like a whole logic statement. If this, then I want you to do this. And that is the code that it uses to do that. Sometimes you can change the code, and oops, let me see. Sometimes you can change the code and make it do stuff. So let's say I want it to search, it'll know what you mean, web help. Okay, so you actually get to maybe what you notice here, the usual Google startup right there. Over here, this is in Chrome, but you could probably look for it in Firefox and stuff. On the school computers, you mostly will be using Chrome. So you go over here, you can do a new tab. New windows are sometimes pretty helpful. If you want to, if you search for something but you want to leave something open, you can put it in a new window, and it just pops up, in a new window. So if you look down at the toolbar, you have two different windows right here. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one. And that's another thing you can do. If you have, multiple windows open in the same program, you can just go down the line. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. So going back up here, incognito it doesn't store history. So anytime I search, it tells me, here, I'll go back here. It tells me where I've been. I was looking at some stuff up on the DMV, and I was checking my school email. Incognito won't store that stuff. So like I said, you have your history. It tells you what you recently did. You can check your entire history and clear your history. Bookmarks. Sometimes Chrome doesn't have the bookmark bar. So yeah, it disappeared right there. I like having the bookmark bar because I'm, I guess, old school like that. They keep updating stuff. I've been using computers for years, and they update stuff, and you know, sometimes you say that like old people can't use computers. I mean, mainly it's just I'm sick of having to figure out new updates year after year after year. It just gets really annoying. So I'm stuck in like 2006 right here, which I guess for you guys is a long time ago. Downloads, so anything I've downloaded, bookmarks, zoom in. You can print the screen. I haven't really fooled. You can find stuff. I haven't really fooled with castings. I can't really tell you what that's all about. Settings. You know, sometimes Chrome's like linked to Yahoo. I don't like Yahoo. I like linking Chrome to Google. So Chrome itself, like Firefox, will link to like Yahoo. So I go into the settings and change it to Google because I just like Google better. And then, you know, I mean, most of the stuff you don't really need to fool with. Let's see if I can get to it. More tools, extensions. There we are. And this is where I got AdBlock Plus. I also have Adobe Acrobat. So like if I open up a window, looking for a document and it's in Adobe Acrobat format, it'll automatically pull up in that. Google Docs offline. I use a video converter. Some of these are already like already installed on here. This one's the screencast. Yeah. So you have like little icons up here. This one, you know, converts videos. I can take YouTube videos offline and use them, edit them, do whatever I want. I don't know if that's legal, but I can still do it. You could also go here for apps. And there's different, you know, what apps you have installed right here.